understand you have a vodcast now, don't you?
Yes, I do. Yeah, the 2 Cent Show. It was a radio show since 2003 that I did on a weekly basis. We got a very large grant from some people who are interested in seeing it turned into a television show. We now have a studio, a studio with, we got an 11 camera, $10,000 video mixer system with all kinds of craziness, and
You didn't have to pay for any.
we don't even know how to use it yet. We're still looking through the manuals. It's like, God damn it, how do you use this stuff? And yeah, so sometime early next year, it's going to turn into a video show, and we're hoping it'll get popular. We're gonna cover things from all over the planet, even stuff from down here if we possibly can. I like making the furry fandom a more homey place. I like doing things and putting them out that will make furries be able to look at that and get this kind of feeling of, of importance. Like, oh, look, we have a magazine now, we have a television show, we have a radio, and I wanted to add to that. I wanted to, this is about us, it's our show, it's for us. And I had the capability to do it. I had a sound studio that I used to record my music with, and I thought, well, why not? Why not put out something just for the furs that they can listen to every week, and it'd be for them. And I guess people took it as seriously as I did, because they loved it. They're like, yes, we really dig this.
Do you feel that furry in general and anthracite things are starting to boom a little more in the public eye recently?
Oh, very much so, yes.
It starts with podcasts and things. I think that's why we started ours up as well. It was like, actually one of the slogans for it is Anthro Radio for everyone.
Yeah.
And we find we get a lot of people don't know what furry is, so they decide to go torture themselves by listening to a random furry podcast. I'm like, how do you even find this?
Yeah, it's there's a lot of thankfully there's more and more furries out there creating their own media, which I'm very happy about. Keep it up, keep doing it. It's good.
Do you think furry will ever become mainstream?
I think it actually, in the United States, it's on its way to doing that. I don't know if it's starting to happen more globally, but in the United States, in certain places, you're starting to see things like ears, tails being sold in places like Hot Topic.
I heard about that actually. Yeah. I read a little article on that. That's great.
It's actually starting. It's going to become to the point where it is so controversial.
You can buy a Nike fursuit. Yeah.
I don't want to be an ageist here, but young people love to be controversial. They love to stand out. They love to be different. And right now, the main thing that's doing that is the furry fandom, because it's creating so much of a stir. So it's actually becoming to where the corporations in the United States are starting to pick up on that. And they say, yeah, oh my gosh, people want this. So yeah, I think it is on its way. We're kind of on the verge of that. I think pretty soon it's going to explode. Yeah. And people are going to, it's not going to be a big deal anymore. Yeah, to be a furry, everybody is just going to be doing it.
Yeah, I think it was the same, if you remember back at all, with like anime used to be an underground thing. Yes. And then it was like that thing that, only like freaks and geeks and stuff do it, and they didn't quite understand it. It's like, adult cartoons. It's the same thing with furry now. It's sort of like the underground thing, and then pretty soon it's gonna boom from there.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, before, exactly, it used to be underground. Now you have businessmen walking around the United States with, tattoos of, Hello Kitty, tastefully on their ankle or whatever. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I think furry fandom is on the... Now, the scary part is what's going to be after us. Because it's going to have to be even creepier, you realize, than we are, that's going to be a trick,
Do you think it's going to change the fandom if it becomes mainstream?
I think it's going to... Basically, I think there's going to be a certain section of furries who are going to get very bitter about it, because you're going to have your furries out there who were here in the beginning and, had to face all this discrimination. And now you're going to have people just popping up saying, hey, guess what? I'm a furry. They walk into a store, buy ears and tails, and it's the cool thing. And there's going to be...
I grinded for my fandom. How dare you just walk on the bandwagon?
Exactly. There's going to be that. It's like, how you can just walk into a store now, but I lost my job over this shit, So it'll be interesting. I'm not saying good, bad, but it will be interesting. There have been a few actually commercials in the United States. I've noticed some of the commercials down here are similar. They're the exact same ones with a different narrator, an Australian narrator. But they're the same exact... I don't know if you get them down here, but there's been a couple of commercials lately. I remember there was a cell phone one that just happened. And they've got like hundreds of people rushing across the desert towards this one spot to get this phone. And, different kinds of people with cowboy hats or people in Viking uniforms. And one of them is wearing this fluffy dragon suit, running. So some guy comes up from behind him, pushes him down, and says "freak" and keeps running. And it's not necessarily the most positive, but it is very mainstream. I mean, it was a commercial for a major, it's going into the light. People know about it, and they're relating to it in mainstream commercialism now, which it's a step. It's a step in the right direction, even though it may not seem like it.
Okay, well, we're running short for time, so we probably should wrap up. But thank you very much for the interview too. And what are you looking forward to most, or what's the best part so far of the con?
Actually, so far, it's looking forward. I'm just looking forward to the next couple of days. It's going to be every day here. The auction is going to be a lot of fun. That's one thing, definitely. That, and it's hard to say because I'm just looking forward to every new thing that happens here. Yeah, exactly.
It's great. It's kind of intrusive, but still good.
No, it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful.
That was To the Ranting Gryphon on ACTfur On-Air. Thank you for watching, guys.
This is To the Ranting Gryphon. You're watching ACTfur On-Air.
Access denied.